Good evening, everyone. I am so happy to be with you guys today for another week of Transformation Tuesday. Yay. Um, I am D.Renee, the Transformation Specialist. I support professional women who are career oriented and business minded with being able to rediscover who they are, increase their self esteem and self confidence so that they can create a life they don't need a vacation from. So I am D.Renee, you guys. If this is your first time joining me, welcome, welcome, welcome for our weekly Transformation Tuesday. Just a little bit about me, you guys. Let's see. I went through my own process of transformation about 13 years ago now. About 13 years ago, where I struggled with self esteem issues, not loving myself, not being in the best of relationships, poor relationship choices, poor friendship choices, just not really having my own voice and not really knowing who I am and who I was at the time. So I struggled with that after going through abuse when I was a child. When I was a child, I had went through some sexual abuse, and just going through relationships and not really knowing who I was and seeking that love and attention from other people who didn't necessarily fulfill that. So after having two children out of wedlock and not necessarily um, no getting the things that I needed out of those particular relationships, I had to get to know me. One thing about transformation is that if you don't know who you are, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know how to love and to value yourself, you can search and search and search for all type of physical things that you think might validate you, but they never really do. And so that transformation and that happiness comes from within, and I had to find that within myself. So I also wrote a book about it too, with my transformation journey back to me, The Woman's Guide to Self-Discovery, to assist other women with being able to do the same thing. And that's also what I coach women to be able to do. I am also, I've been a licensed therapist for over 15 years, and I'm also a certified life and business coach. So that is what I do, and that's a little bit about me. So I come here every week just so that I can encourage, share, and support someone else with being able to get the transformation that they need. These are those business women, because mind you, at the time when I was struggling with all this, nobody knew all this stuff was going on with me, because I had a house. I bought my first house when I was like 22 house. I had a master's degree. I had all these things going for me. I was working in my career field, all these different things. So there was nothing, like no one would ever had ever known that I was struggling on the inside with all of those things. And so I decided to share it. I decided to be vulnerable. I decided to put it out there so that I can be able to use what I had helped myself to get through to be able to help other women to get through who are professional and career oriented and business minded and all of these things. Because just because we have attained that level of success or we have accomplished so many great things doesn't necessarily mean that we are fine, because on the outside everything is good and everything looks perfect, but on the inside we really need help. So that's what I am here for. So today, you guys, so you've seen the topic. Our title for today is, what does your X-ray reveal about you? So let's see, maybe a couple of months ago, I don't remember how far back, but I put up a post about everything that you need is within you. You just have to look at your X-ray to fix it. Interesting, right? So we all know about X-rays. If you ever broken anything, ever been in a car accident or anything like that, you know that you have to get these. I mean, even for your teeth, you know, when you go to the dentist, they take the little X-rays and all these different things so that you can kind of see what is going on with the inside of your body or the inside of your mouth and your teeth, to kind of see what's going on, so they'll know what direction and what course of treatment, let me just say that you will need to help you get to where you need to be. So I want to ask, you know, as we know that X-rays require special lighting to see them, right? X-ray requires this ultraviolet thing that they have to put it into, because if you're just trying to look at it from the naked eye, it's going to be hard for you to really kind of tell what is really going on with this particular bone, tooth, or what have you. But if you put it into the light, if you put it into this extra ultraviolet box that they have to allow you to be able to see, you can see clearly what it is that the X-ray is trying to show you, so that you'll know what is going on. You will know what is wrong. You will know what course of treatment you're going to need to take in order to get you where you desire to be, right? That is what an X-ray does. It gives you an inside look at what is malfunctioning, what is causing problems, what's broken, right? What's broken and what needs to be fixed, so that you can continue to live the life that you need to live, or that you can get your teeth straight, you can get your bones straight, your body straight. So it does all of those things. It reveals all of those things, but it takes extra special lighting to be able to see it. So I want to ask you guys tonight, what is the special lighting that you need to identify to help you fix what needs to be fixed on the inside of you? Because that's the only thing that X-ray does. It fixes what's on the inside that can't be seen to the physical eye. It's what's on the inside of you. So there are 6 things, right? So when we have issues, or when we're going through transformation, or when we have things that we're trying to fix in our life, oftentimes we don't know how to identify the positive things. So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but I'm going to give you 6 things that you need to do or recognize within yourself, or have within yourself, in order to be able to correct, fix, and work on the transformation that you need. The first one is you need confidence. Confidence is very important when it comes to transformation, because oftentimes when we've gone through things, when we dealt with stuff, all of us have been through life, love, and loss. If you've been through life, love, and loss in some kind of way, we have experienced something that causes us to not necessarily have the confidence that we have. Some people, they got it, but most people, including myself, I went through that when I didn't know who I was, when I was, becoming a young lady and all these other things. I did not have that confidence that I need to get me to where I needed to be without going through this transformation. So confidence is highly, highly important. Even in business, as a business owner, you have to be confident in what it is that you are providing, the transformation that you can give, your service, your deliveries, your ability, your competency to be able to even do what it is that you are trying to do, to be a businesswoman. Like, you have to be confident, and you have to have that aura about yourself, not arrogant, but definitely confident that you got this, you can do this, you can overcome this, and you can, you have enough fortitude, you have enough brain power, you have enough intelligence to be able to be a business owner, be successful as a woman, be successful as a wife, be successful as a mother, be successful in all the roles that you have. So number one, you have to get the confidence that you need in order to be able to fix that. The other thing that you need, number 2, is mindset. Mindset is so, so, so important. I know a lot of people talk about, your mindset, but it is critical, you guys. It's crucial, because if you don't have the mindset that you need in order to make the transformation, the decisions, right? Because the decisions, our mindset, influence our decision-making skills. So if our mindset is poor, our decision-making skills are also going to reflect the mindset level that we're on. In addition to that, if our mindset is negative, then that is also going to reflect the decision-making skills that we also have. So if we don't fix our mindset around certain things, you have to know that you can do it. You have to claim that you can do it. You have to manifest that you can do it. You have to say it until you see it. that you can do it. You change your mindset, your view on how you are looking at certain things in order to fix the things that you need to fix in your life, and in order to see what you need to see in your life. Because again, that X-ray cannot be seen unless it's in light. So one of the lights that you need is to fix that mindset so that you can begin to work on what it is that's broken in your mind, that's influencing your decisions, that's influencing everything that you're doing in your life. Number 3, insight. Insight. I call this self-awareness, right? So I did say I'm a therapist. So self-awareness and insight is highly, highly, highly important. The only way for you to be able to change patterns of behavior, change your negative thinking patterns, is to understand how you got there, understand the things in your life that influenced you, understand who you are, know who you are. That is the only way that we are going to be able to make those changes. Having insight on ourselves, being self-aware about things in our lives and how we become who we are is highly important as it relates to transformation. When it comes to you changing your life and becoming who you desire to be. Insight is highly important. And a lot of people, believe me, change is hard. A lot of people don't like to look at themselves. So that always makes it difficult for people to change. It always makes it difficult for change because we don't want to look at our good, bad, and our ugly. We just want to see we want to either talk about what somebody else did. We don't want to talk about what we did. We don't want to talk about how we influence certain things. Like, we are always wanting to look at other people, but it's very difficult for us to look at our own self. So that's what we have to do. Confidence, mindset, insight. Next thing is ownership and responsibility. That's hard, y'all. Ownership and responsibility is huge when it comes to you making the changes that you need in your life. Because if you don't take responsibility, that means that you are constantly saying that it's somebody else's fault. Leaders, people who take charge, people who are take charge of their lives, people who are responsible, they're going to take responsibility for their actions in whatever the situation is. They're going to take responsibility for it. They're not going to just put the blame onto someone else. Take responsibility, own it. Yes, I messed up. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did this. Yes, I do. Take it. We do it. We contribute to whatever our situations are, good or bad. We contribute in some kind of way. It can be good. Sometimes it can be bad. I mean, it just depends. So if you don't take that ownership and own your part completely, not just, oh, I own my part. No, what is it about your part that you are actually owning, right? What is it that you are actually owning? So we have to take ownership and we have to take responsibility, because life doesn't just happen to us. We allow certain things to happen. Yes, there are a lot of things that happen in life that are far beyond our control, that's far beyond anything that we could have ever imagined, far beyond things that we could think that could actually happen. But what about what you did to contribute to that? And then again, not saying that it was bad. It could have been good. It could have been a lot of different things, but we contribute to it in some kind of way. Number 5 is acceptance. Accept that this is what it is. Acceptance is very hard. Not just insight, but acceptance is extremely hard, because you are actually having to tell yourself you can no longer be in denial about this particular situation or about what is going on in your life. Like, okay, listen, I accept that I was messed up. I accept that I didn't make the right choices for myself. I accept that this did not turn out the way that I wanted it to be. I accept, and you're going to have to grieve that whole process, because accepting something, especially if you thought it was going to be a certain kind of way, or you were in it for a certain amount of time, accepting it and letting it go is hard. So in that whole process, you have to do it. That's the only way you're going to be able to receive and start that transformation or that change that you desire to have in your life. After acceptance, forgiveness. You have to forgive. I'm not talking about forgiving nobody else. That comes later. But you have to forgive yourself. Oftentimes we can beat ourselves up. We can call ourselves names. We can, be down and hard on ourselves because we made a mistake. We didn't do this. We should have listened to those, to our intuition. We should have done this. We should have done that. We could have, should have, would have, all that, right? We could have did a lot of things, but we didn't. And because of that, and because it didn't turn out in the way that we desired for it to turn out, we beat ourselves up. That is what causes us the most distress, because we're beating ourselves up. We're calling ourselves name on the inside, not just calling yourself name on the outside, but on the inside. Like, oh, I'm weak. I couldn't do this. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. No. You are human. You are allowed to make mistakes. We sometimes allow our flesh. We sometimes allow our emotions. We sometimes allow our feelings to guide us in situations and things that doesn't necessarily benefit us, that's not necessarily good for us. And we do that. We are human. Nobody is perfect. No one is above anybody else. We do that. But you cannot wallow in it and allow that to completely take you down. You have to forgive yourself for those things. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't change what we did. We can't fix what we did. We can't do any of those things. We have to forgive ourselves. So the 6 things are that we have to take a look at in this X-ray, our special lighting. You have to examine these areas in order to be able to fix it. Your confidence, your mindset, your insight, take ownership and responsibility, acceptance, and forgiveness. Those things have to be worked on in order to be able to get the transformation that you need. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to do that. Well, I do. I sit there and I think about it and I do this, and we don't know where to start. You don't know where to start. But guess what? I got some good news for you. The best place to start, if you don't know where to start, is to seek some assistance from somebody, whether it be a therapist, whether it be a coach. Somebody that can assist you with laying all this stuff out, working through some steps to help you get through it so that you can get to where you need to be, or you can get to where you want to be, not where you need to be, but where you want to be, where you desire to be, so you can be an effective woman, you can be an effective wife, you can be an effective mother, you can be an effective business owner. Because when we're not right on the inside, nothing around us is going to be right. Our business is going to be all over the place. Our family is going to be running amok. Things are going to be chaotic. Stuff is going to be disorganized. Always going to constantly feel overwhelmed by everything because you're trying to process and you're trying to deal with so many things. And emotionally, you don't have it together to where you need to be in order to get the results and see the results that you desire to have. So seek some assistance. So if you would like for me to support you in that assistance that you are looking for, in that transformation that you are looking for, that you need, now is no greater time than ever. Because right now, with the way that things are going in this world, we have to fix us, because we have to be strong for our family. People are losing jobs. People are losing businesses. It's a lot going on. And we need whole and complete people coming into our lives. And the only way for that to happen is if we're whole and we're complete within ourselves. So if you would like for me to support you in this, you can click the Book Now button on my Facebook page at D.Renee, the Transformation Specialist. Click the Book Now button, and I would love to support you. Complete the application, and we'll set up a time. It'll allow you to schedule a time to be able to speak with me. Or you can reach me at Linktree, linktr.ee/D.Renee, and just click the discovery session button, and you can book a session with me from there as well. So you guys, the 6 special lightings that you need in order to fix what you see in that X-ray inside of you, you're going to need confidence, mindset, insight, take ownership and responsibility, acceptance of what it is, and forgiveness for yourself and those other people who wronged you. So you guys, I'm D.Renee. It's been an awesome, awesome evening. You all have a great and wonderful day.